Well, after seeing Shad11 do a commentary on this guy, I decided to take a shot at it myself. And hopefully I won't end up being like Foxtrot and mimic everything of what Shad11 said. But when I'm recording this, my internet is down, so I won't be able to know every single word he said. But enough chit-chat, let's just get this over with.
Hey everybody, the Rose here with a commentary for you. I haven't done one of these in a while. This one is on the IGN game review of Sonic Generations. This has been covered a few times already, I know, in some commentaries. More notably by Lucario Trainer 16, whom Ratsutsu Rises said he was bitching about this review. Well, in my opinion, he had every right to.
Wait, are you saying that Lucario Trainer 69 or whatever had the right to bitch at IGN, all because they gave him an 8.5? Wonder how this is gonna turn out.
And, well, let's begin, shall we?
Is it safe to say Sonic is good again?
Okay, I'm not sure if this is my computer here or anything like that, but it seems to me that your downloaded video is lagging like there's no tomorrow. Literally, it's like it's going at 1 frame per second.
Seems like the last 2 years have seen numerous fun titles starring the Hedgehog. It's almost enough to make you forget about Werehogs and that time Sonic tried LARPing. He's like the Mickey Rourke of video games. Sure, it looked like he was totally dead for a while, but now he's back, and we're ready to love him again.
So basically you're saying it's time to start loving Sonic again, because Sega made a few decent Sonic games. What if the next one sucks? Will it be time to start hating him some more? And while I'm at it, what is LARPing?
So
Live-action role-playing game. It may sound weird, but that's what it is. It's kind of an RPG, but live-action, real life. Simple as that.
how does Sega explain two Sonics? With time paradoxes, of course. A big purple monster thing steals all of Sonic's friends and dumps him into Limbo, where he meets his past self.
The next point he's going to bring up is going to be nothing but a spoiler alert, so I might as well just skip ahead. Yeah, maybe the same thing with what Shad11 did, but I'm still skipping because some people still haven't played the game yet.
In order to restore time and space, the Sonics have to relive moments from their past and run really fast, because that fixes time somehow.
You know, I didn't understand that part much either.
The entire game is an homage to the franchise, full of in-jokes, familiar locales, and characters. I don't want to spoil the story too much, but if you ever thought, I wish my Sonic game had 100% more Tails the Fox in it, then you're in luck.
Mentioning the fact that there are two Tails characters in this game is pretty pointless, because you can't play as him, and it has really nothing to do with this review.
But think of how much of the people who prefer Tails as their favorite Sonic character, think of how glad they would see two of them in one game at once. It's pretty obvious that he is one of them. And also, like I said, that's a sarcastically jokey way of saying if it could get 100 times more better.
Everything in Sonic Generations looks good while you're in motion. Like a racing game, it's designed to be sped past quickly.
Hold the phone, people. Since when the hell is Sonic a racing game? Last time I remember playing a Sonic racing game was Sonic R, and that was 15 or so years ago.
Oh goody, I'm going to be bringing up another point that I said to Lucario Trainer in this commentary. By the pace on how Sonic goes in his games, you would expect him to play like a racer. And he said, like a racer. Emphasis on like. Is it really that hard to pay the fuck attention?
The layered backgrounds and vistas are nice, but this isn't a game to stop and admire the textures. And if you love Sonic's modern, vocal-fueled soundtrack, why? The new arrangements for the game's iconic tracks are awesome, but I'm most grateful that the game lets you change songs in the levels. There are only so many times you can hear City Escape before you want to kill yourself.
You say we can change the songs before or in each stage, but yet then you say we can only hear City Escape so many times before we want to kill ourselves. You know, some of us actually like the music in the game. Like, I'm actually fairly satisfied with some of the music in the game. So I believe you just contradicted yourself by saying you're thankful you can change the music in each stage and then go saying that you basically hate one of the tracks. If you don't like it, change it.
Actually, what he said was, due to the amount of times you can hear a certain theme over and over and over again in the same area, even if you have played that one in particular Sonic game, if you hear it again in that one stage, it gets rather boring and rather annoying, so you have the option to change it. See? It's called option. Option to change your songs. So it's not really controversial.
Every major stage in Sonic Generations has two acts: classic, side-scrolling Sonic, and modern 3D homing attack Sonic. The platforming and the more modern, almost racing game levels fit together nicely.
Again, Sonic is not a racing game. It's a platformer. Get it right.
Once
Though there are
again, it
still
might
the
have the mechanics of a
occasional moments
racer
of
game
clunky
due to the
controls
pace
that
of
can
it.
stop the action dead.
Oh, right, because you as the player making stupid mistakes gives you the excuse to say that this game has poor controls. I call bullshit.
I don't. I agree with IGN on this one. I mean, at the time when I did a commentary on Lucario Trainer, I didn't have Sonic Generations, but since I now do, the controls are very, very slippery for modern Sonic. He feels very flexible and very well suited most of the time, but at other times the controls just have a mind of their own, and it can be rather troublesome to control them.
What's great is that every level is a recreation of a level from a previous game. It's what makes this whole game so cool. And of course there are boss battles. You'll fight familiar bosses and rivals like Perfect Chaos and Metal Sonic. They're fun, but they feel a bit lackluster compared to boss battles of the past, and the overall epicness of the game. There are also challenge missions for each world that mix up the gameplay. Most are cool, but a few of them, usually the ones starring Sonic's dumb friends, are annoying. Thankfully, they're almost completely optional, so you can just play the good ones.
Sonic's stupid friends, huh? Just when I thought you were going good. Well, unless you consider Tails and Knuckles and Amy stupid, Shadow and Silver and Blaze and them, well, personally I don't really care much for Cream, so go ahead and bash her all you want. But seriously, the rest of them are pretty damn cool, so don't go and say they're stupid. And no, they're not completely optional, you dumbass. If you're an achievement hunter like a lot of people are, you have to do them all.
I'm not an achievement hunter or trophy whore, as they're known on the PS3, so I don't go for all of them. And besides, not a lot of people will be like that anyways. Also, I just want to mention this as well. They are entirely optional. As soon as you complete each one of the two acts on each of the 3 stages, you have the option to choose each one of one area gate of those bonus levels to go through. Just one from each stage. So they are optional.
Generations is a love letter to the Blue Blur, a Sonic game for Sonic fans. It seems like Team Sonic finally listened to the fanbase and took everything that didn't suck about the last 2 decades of Sonic and put it in one game. The levels are great, the action is mostly tight, and the nostalgia is at its max. For more on Sonic Generations, spin dash to IGN.com.
I really don't have much to say to this guy at the very end. He just goes through the bullet points of what IGN listed as good and bad points for the game. And I really don't have that much to talk about for it. So I'm just going to skip his ending part right here. So what are my final thoughts on this? Well, I was going to think at first that this was even worse than Lucario Trainers, but it's just as bad. And nothing really else needs to be said. That's all I have time for today. So, I'll see you in the next part, guys. Oh yeah, Heartless09, how do you feel like I'm being Marker, eh? Do you feel like you got a rival amongst you now? I'm just messing with you, buddy.